Cool. So this is Cloud Empress session 4. Um, what happened last time? We started off by the wall, looking for provisions and stuff. Joined by Moss, a courier from Acorn Village, and Tears came back to see Mama, and folks headed eastward for salvage. Went through Fort Sneck. The crowd was crowded with displaced farmlings and couriers. They got kicked out, and everyone inside seemed exhausted and ill and irritable. Did a little bit of poking around there, found out about the blue pills that the commander had been experimenting with to poison the imago or drive them off or something. Makes the soldiers sick, it turns out. Um, and Stormy verified that by taking half a pill and getting sick. Um, Rook was also bullied a little bit and did not give in, which was cool. And yeah, talked to the medic tent a little bit. There was a little impromptu concert with Tears and Mama inside that was tolerated. And yeah, then y'all head out of the plains. There was like prairie fire by the river. You met some cell swords, saved them, and then hung out over a campfire with them for a little bit. Got got some rumors of a sweet artifact that can manipulate emotions that might be somewhere in the area. And the expedition is around. You also found a wrecked camp that was being overrun by looked like people cosplaying as Imago, but effectively because they just had lots of blood and guts and veins in their teeth. Um, real whack. But you found your tank that you were looking for, wrecked, torn open, engine ripped out by Imago. But you took the time and stripped it down and loaded up with plasteel and parts. And yeah, then camped beside the wreck. Safe night. There's a morning broke clear and blue. There's ruins of a city to the east, and everything else all around you. We had a few wishes. Get Stormy to do some magic, get Tears into a fight, um, get Mama to do some mysticism stuff, and Tears pushing Mama into outrageous behavior, and just double checking everyone's pronouns, both players and characters. Make sure we get all them set up. Cool.
Did I hear a wish for Tears to push Mama into outrageous behavior? Is
That is
that
that is
correct?
correct.
Okay. Noted. Noted.
um, awesome. So if we look at our map here, I believe we're camped out in W12. That was the you are here there. Um, yeah, fresh day. So use a provision up. So that'll take you down to one provision. And yeah, it's a brand new day. What do what's the mood like in the morning? How's Rook doing?
How cold is it?
It's spring. It's a sunny day, so it's warmish, a good
Okay, because
60.
it's not the snowstorm we walked through a little bit earlier.
No, I just blew through yesterday and blew out today, and it's nice and warm and sunny today.
Right. Well, Mama will be up early making tea and basically grumbling about sore joints and having too much salvage to carry.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
Tears will just be fussing over Mama.
Ding,
No,
girl, let me alone.
just sit down and I'll bring you your tea.
I'm used to working. I can't sit on the ground. I'm up.
Um,
Look at these lazy people. Y'all used to like sleeping in beds and shit. City people.
City people.
Speaking of city people, what's Rook up to?
I think Rook is off to the side, feeding Gentle and looking out into the distance to the east towards the ruins of this city,
Mhm.
seeing if there's any movement. I think it's piqued his curiosity.
Yeah, I think that is the image still there in chat. Let me repaste that image. You can see the there it is. Yeah, it is ruined and overgrown. It is a few miles away still, so you can see like a wrecked skyline. Not a whole lot of um, can't really see any movement or anything in it, but it's there. There is, I think you hear the sounds of um, distant sounds of rumbling battle to the north. But yeah, other than that, it's a pleasant morning.
Well, I guess the question is do we, now that we've stripped the tank and got a bunch of things from it, do we head on back, or do we have a peek at the ruins? Nobody said anything about any ruins.
Those of you more familiar with this terrestrial space, do you have any idea of what might there be any buyers? Do we really need to go so far back?
Well, sadly, we're outside civilization now. Commerce happens on the other side of the wall.
It really does, especially for raw materials, which is most of what we have here. There's plenty of demand for that. Back, in Tacktown, for example, we could probably find buyers for everything, but not east of there.
Unfortunately, we have stripped down military gear with us. And I'm not sure about going back through the fort.
No, I don't think so either.
You said that there was a hole in the wall.
There he is.
Managed by some brothers?
Yep.
Perhaps
we
we
know.
could trade some of this salvage for passage through.
Maybe. And the good thing is we're on the wrong side of the wall, so they probably wouldn't be so irritated about the fact that you're a cloudling. Because you look like if you're coming from the other side of the wall, you look like a spy. But if you're coming from this side of the wall, you look like you're just running away. They're okay with that.
We have a new character coming in. Neas.
Yes. Good question.
Yeah.
I was thinking Neus is the.
Neus, fantastic.
I've only seen it written, but that's how I figured it. That's how it was in my head.
Neus. You see this pack of travelers putting together camp and sort of talking about what is going on. How do you approach them?
I think friendly. I'm wearing, it says formal traveling clothes. I'm not exactly sure what that means. I'm guessing so kind of look nice. Like I'm thinking like a long coat, like overcoat, but obviously traces that I've been traveling, because it also says formal traveling clothes with muddy boot covers. So I've been around.
Yeah.
And I'm also trying to remember what all this stuff was. I rolled this up immediately after my last character died at that last session. Yeah. So I'm guessing this was what I'm trying to remember what gave me this. Like we all get a thing. Like I'm searching for a disappeared farmerling in the thick wood.
Yeah, that's probably from your sellswordness.
Yeah. So I kind of figured I don't know where the thick wood is in relation to where we are now, but
North.
I kind of figured that'd be my introduction, is just a friendly greeting and be like, "Hey, I've been traveling looking for an individual. I was wondering if you all might take a look at this picture and tell me if you'd seen them in your travels."
I think when you say that, Silver bristles a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me see the picture.
Kind of expectantly.
Well, no, come on, Silver. That they wouldn't send somebody. They wouldn't send one person, and not someone who looks like this either.
Definitely not someone who looks like this.
I mean, it is a sellsword, so
Yeah, if they're sending out single sellswords against Silver, they can send them all they want because none of them are making it back.
well, maybe there's
Let me see your
ones
picture.
out first, and she looks them up and down.
Let me see your picture.
Here's the picture. It's a farmerling who
See, this doesn't look
disappeared.
anything. See, this doesn't look anything like anyone we know. I say to know in particular.
Traveling.
Tell me a little tell me a little bit about the farmerling that you're
kind of an interesting looking person.
I think that I think that the farmerling. This is what I've been told anyway. When I was hired, who knows what the truth is? I was told that the farmerling just disappeared one day during when they all went out to start farm work early in the morning. This farmling was missing and no one could find them. They weren't in their room or anything like that. And it's they were a valued member of the family in the farm. And I know they knew
by the family.
Yes, I was hired by the family to find this farmerling because they knew as a sellsword, I'd probably be traveling around anyway. And so even though they knew that they didn't necessarily need my shooting abilities, they were like, well, I figured I'm still good at probably tracking people and finding them, even if it's not to kill them. And it's another service I can provide. So sure, I'll help them find their farmland.
You come out here. Like, why wouldn't they just be lost somewhere in the woods inside the wall?
Well, I talked to everyone in the thickwood. I mean, I spent a good amount of time investigating the thickwood, and no one had any clue about it.
You're kind of a distance from the thickwood. Are you lost?
It's a day or two travel, yeah. It's also full of imago.
You're just taking a huge detour.
I'm just taking shots in the dark at this point. And I was afraid, being that I haven't turned up any clues on this missing farmling, I started thinking, unfortunately, as much as I hope this is not the case, that I might end up finding a body.
You got any space on that squab you're bringing with you?
It's a good question. My dependable pack squab loaded with belongings.
Because we're in the business of I don't know, selling shit. And how do you say that?
I'd be happy to load my pack.
We're in the business of scrounging, I like to say. We're not merchants.
Sure, but we gotta, yeah. Anyway,
if you're amenable, I would certainly wouldn't mind traveling together, as it's getting more and more dangerous out here. And while I am good with
I don't know. We already have a sellsword, though. So maybe there'll be another group that'll come along.
Because you only ever need one, because they can take on whole armies by themselves.
Yeah.
I think
we're kind of taken care of here. We don't really need anybody else.
Okay. I just you and Tears go ahead and do that thing where you sell swords, like pee on each other and establish dominance. Like, let's do a fist fight. I just want to watch it.
I just need to know if you're I have sworn to protect Mama, and I must make sure that you can also protect her. Would you like?
Why? I thought you could do it by yourself.
Yes.
Well, I mean, with two of us, you could concentrate more on protecting Mama then, and I could help protect everybody else. If that's
I think that Tears does go like, think fast, and like pokes you with like the butt of the revolver. Think fast. Ha. Terrible reflexes.
I think
And it's like, I think Tears starts like fucking with you a little bit. Like,
I think
goes behind you and like kicks your knees. Just really no good.
Naeus is a little bit faster than Tears.
I know Tears. I was looking at stats and I was like, Tears is like not good at anything. Not strong. I think Tears is like, Tears is blustering a little. Is like,
so Naeus,
it's fast.
how do you
how do you
prove yourself?
respond?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. What do you do to prove yourself?
I think that I as a sellsword, I understand this. This as a fellow sellsword, I'm like, they don't know me. They don't know my skills. They don't know if I'm any good, if I can hold my own. I might be like a brand new sellsword who would just end up getting people killed. So I totally, get the test.
Yeah,
so
panicking.
I kind of think when Tears like does the think fast thing and tries to poke me, I would try to I've tried to do like a reversal move that ends up with them in a headlock and my wrist pea shooter to their head.
Tears, do you accept that, or do you want?
Yes, yeah. I think Tears is like, they're cool. They're cool. They can cool. And then I think they like, if it's okay with you, Heath. I think they're like, ah. And then they like chest bump and like go there.
Yeah, totally. Like, it's like, hey, you almost got me there. That was good.
That was good.
I barely responded quick enough. That was
the pea shooter too. That would have done some damage.
If Stormy were Rusty, you could hear the creak as she rolls her eyes. But she's not. So it's silent.
Looks like Mama's in good hands.
Mama?
Yeah, we're done, Mama.
Hey, Mama, it seems to me, as seeing as this fellow has a pack squab, that we could load up a good bit more of that tank.
We could, but
or someone who's elderly could actually ride for a little while instead of having to walk everywhere.
Tears wants to do some needlepoint.
That's
elderly
true,
ass. Why don't we go over to the city where the air can like kill you from a distance, and they're
because the air can kill you from a distance.
Yeah,
I'm just
you haven't
speculating
heard that
speculating off my head here.
Cities are dangerous. That's
Yeah,
what they tell us on the other side.
I didn't say we should go to the city.
Oh, I think we should, because danger is where all the good stuff is.
No, that's true.
They haven't picked over all the scrap and the danger parts.
Well, I like to think of it like the way people like repurpose other people's stuff inside the wall. It's just that the people out here, they don't have any electricals or whatever, so they move stuff back and forth, and it doesn't mean the same thing to them that it means to us.
Yeah, if we knew where the poison bits were the worst, that would be good. But maybe we can read the local signs a little bit, or send our brave sellswords out there to test the landscape a little.
Brings you all out into this imago infested land.
Poverty.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know about not everyone here is in the same and everyone's got their own reasons, I guess I should say. But poverty's a big one. I'm perfectly willing to take a look. Especially since we have some more cargo passing now in case we find anything interesting.
Taking a poke around while we're so close certainly makes sense. If there does,
yeah, I wouldn't want to slug all the way back to tack down and then come back all the way back out here. That strikes me. So,
at least without any kind of promise of something.
Exactly. So if we're going to scout it, we should scout it now. So I'm for it.
So I have a question of everybody. It seems to me that some of us are running away from the cloud cities, and some of us are just here because we need to make money, and some of us are here by accident. Looking at you, Naeus. And
Well, it's not necessarily an accident. He has what his mother gave him.
uh, did your mother give you some cookies? Anyway, um, so are we trying to are we forming a company here, or are we just accidentally just hanging out and uh
Well, we formed a I mean, similar to traveling, the tradition is that you do form a company for the duration of the expedition.
right?
Even shares, you know, both in terms of the work and in terms of the reward, if there is any.
So if we get some stuff and we have to go back inside the wall, are you and Silver coming back inside the wall, or are you hanging out here? Like, are we looking for a place to pitch camp?
Well, if we go back inside the wall with what we have to sell, Silver and I can go traveling if nothing else, and can maybe find a place where we can settle down and um, figure things out from there. Uh, I haven't thought that far ahead, honestly.
Rook, I think it is. As y'all are discussing all the things, I think you spot the squad of cloudlings first, coming from the direction of the camp that was overrun, that you came across the previous day.
The one that was overrun by the Imago
Yeah, the Imago cosplayers.
people, for
Yeah,
lack of a better.
they
We need
look
a better
fresh.
term for them.
They don't look like they are part of a camp that just got overrun, but they do look like they are moving purposefully. And I think once they get into visual range, it looks like they are moving purposely toward your group. You probably have a few minutes before they get within holler and range.
Heads up, you're all my company once more, and attending me in my presence as I travel. And I gesture, point my chin at the soldiers coming this way.
Mama goes and gets another armband and walks over to Naeus and ties a black armband. We're in mourning. You're now in mourning. Remember that.
Who am I mourning?
We don't know. It's the fancy man's friend.
I say to I pull Silver's hat down, and I say to her, "Don't talk, and keep your head bowed down and pretend you're, I don't know, somebody who works in the dirt."
Um,
I say, and I said, "Excuse me," and I pick up some mud and I like muddy up her features a little bit.
what the fuck? God, money up your feature. And once they get within a friendly range, the one in lead shouts out like, "Travelers, what's your business in this area? This is the expeditions doing operations here." And they continue to approach. There's about a dozen of them.
Oh, wow. Okay. I shout loudly at the others. Continue
Yeah,
breaking at camp. Clean up.
Tell them to keep their distance because we've got some sickness here.
Aye, sir.
I'll
I
approach
mutter under my breath.
I'll approach them, try to keep them at a distance from the rest while they go about doing whatever it is they're doing.
Yeah, you can meet them a short distance away from camp. The commander introduces himself. Clearly, you are someone of note. Their name is Mist the Penitent. And they say that they were sent out from the expedition. They heard one of the camps was attacked, and they are searching the area for the perpetrators, and ask if you have seen anything.
When we arrived yesterday, a few of my companions, please keep in mind you should keep your distance. We're not sure if we've been afflicted with, well, what we saw. We were in some proximity to the events. We looked over the hills and we saw what appeared to be humans dressed as imago, as if masquerading around, and they tore the camp to shreds.
Mm.
A terrifying sight. Are you familiar with any of this?
We've heard rumors. The folks around here call them huskers. It's some farmerlings take a mind to, I don't know if it's a cult or a madness, but they become vicious, bloodthirsty, and they took our soldiers by surprise. But if you come across any, I suppose, I don't imagine they'd be traveling that way. But if you come across any farmerlings covered in blood, wielding kite and spears, well, keep your distance.
Have you had the opportunity to, well, to cross blades with them? If we should find ourselves surrounded, do you have any suggestions, anything that has seemed to work?
We haven't seen them personally, but if they are indeed farmerlings, I don't imagine they would be that much of a problem. If I imagine our camp was, our expedition's camp was taken by surprise. The cowards attacked at night. But during a fair fight, I don't imagine farmerlings would fare too well against us. Like his shoulders is like a fancy rifle, and he has a saber at his side.
You don't think it has anything to do with the spores and infection of the mind?
Spores. Now, I know some of the soldiers have been afflicted by some disease that they're taking medicine for, but I don't believe there's any spores in this area. It's more out west.
All right.
What's your business out here, if you don't mind asking? You're who are your people?
I am, forgive me for not introducing myself. I am Lord Rook, and I am in mourning.
Mm. Well, there'll be much to mourn before the expedition is through.
I nod to over the hill towards the ravaged camp and nod.
Well, keep an eye open. It's not safe here for anyone. They head perpendicular to their path to give your group a wide berth.
I wait for them to leave. I go some distance and look regal while I'm scanning the horizon, and then make my way back and fill everybody else in. As to what I heard.
Cool. So we have the day ahead of us. Do we want to travel, forage, rest?
I think we're going to travel towards the city.
Ooh,
Yeah. Forage too.
You want to forage before you get to the city or after?
Before.
I think Rustbucket is the name of the city.
Rustbucket is the name of the city. Yep. Cool, Mama. If you want to head up the foraging, do you want where's my table? Do you want the do you want provisions, food, or shelter? Two of those.
We want at least provisions and probably food because we're not looking for shelter yet.
Cool. Let's go ahead and roll 2d10s then.
Okay, 2d10. Let's see. Seven and four.
7 and 4. That will get you 1 provision and 3 servings of river catfish.
Lots of catfish.
Lots of catfish. Great. Let's travel eastward towards the city then.
Brandon, you taking care of the provision?
Yeah.
Great. So, Rustbucket, the city. Is
there a sign that says Rustbucket?
There's not.
That?
I think you could, like, maybe the soldiers mentioned it. It's a common name in the area. Hey, some box text. Where the impossible spires of an ancient city once met the sky, they lie now in pieces. The city's forms have mostly failed, but its ageless alloys will wait intact for eons. In the depth of a plasteel jumble, strange creatures trace invisible patterns in the narrow metal passages, candlelit and ominous dying robots get to their new gods from old factories. They coat themselves in wax and pace like living cathedrals. Here, the ancient torturer's deeds are most exalted. Yeah, so let's get into Rustbucket. So this is a ruined city. It is overgrown. It is ancient, and the first thing that you do come across as you kind of enter into the city proper is let me write down what you are. Is after you get past like the initial block or two of ruins, it opens up into this plaza. And even though it is early morning or mid-morning, there are pillars and broken columns that are just covered with lit candles everywhere. And there are dozens of things. They have artificial looking bodies.
Are they looking up?
They are,
as in things are looking up.
They are.
I've always
like,
wanted to say that.
Part like they look like robots that have been grown over by weeds and shrubs and bushes. Some of them are not moving. Some of them are kind of like writhing strangely. And some of them are taking wax from the candles and pouring it over their eyes and sort of prostrating themselves in front of these pillars. They don't seem to really pay you all much mind. They seem very involved in their worship ? Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to do here? From here, you can also travel to the northeast, southeast, or south. North will take you back into the weeds. But you can also explore around here if you like.
Well, it's not something you say every day. I say to no one in particular.
Have any of you ever seen anything like this before?
Seen plenty of religious festivals, but they were all recognizably people.
I think Mama's never seen it, but she's heard stories that something lives in the cities out here. So yeah,
Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by lives, but here they are.
I feel like I once overheard someone using the term wax eyes, and I didn't know what they meant. Maybe this is what they meant. Thought it was just a weird local colloquialism, like, oh, stupid wax eyes, always coming in the bar. I guess maybe they meant it literally.
Do we be polite or do we just walk on by?
I think that's being pretty polite.
Okay.
Are these stock still figures or are they moving?
No, they are. Some are still. Some are like kind of jittering creepily in the shadows, and some are doing this like ritual, like pouring the wax over their eyes and
Gotcha.
kneeling in front of these pillars with candles.
Yeah, I'm for skirting these fellows' observance and seeing what else this town might offer.
Are you passing through the plaza, or do you want to kind of go around?
I'd prefer to go around myself. I don't like surrounding myself with people whose intentions I'm not 100% sure of. I look over at Mama.
Good with that. Great. The city is a little bit trickier to traverse than the plains. It is a little bit more slow going, but you can. It's probably afternoonish. Which direction do you want to head? North will take you back to the weeds. Other directions will take you further into the city.
Southeast? Is that more city or is that?
Southeast will take you more into the city. Yep. Yeah, that'll take you right into the heart of the city, in fact. And as you're traveling along, there's it is like it's not laid out like in city blocks. It seems like the buildings have almost grown. They're square plasteel buildings in concrete. It almost seems like they have grown kind of organically or at random. There doesn't seem to be a lot of city planning that have gone on. And as you kind of like make your way through the blocks, not even blocks, through the buildings, um, there are other small robots that move through the city. Smaller, like dog size maybe, but they move with like many tiny legs. Like they almost look like large plasteel like house centipedes almost. Kind of low and long, thin legs. It looks like some of them are like carrying, they're like carrying stuff on the back. You see some of them carrying candles. You see some of them carrying plants that they've dug up from somewhere or taking else. A few of them are carrying bodies, human corpses. But again, they kind of route around you as you pass through. Who's leading the way?
One of our cell sorts.
Tears or Naeus or both?
I would, being the new group guy, I would defer to Tears, but if Tears was like more about protecting Mama, then I would also happily take point, whatever.
Yeah, I think normally Tears would, but Tears is also like in a weird show off. Trying to I think Tears is like trying to impress. Like Tears in that little fight was like, "Oh, you are actually stronger than me."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tears is like kind of puffed up, like being more cell-sorty than ever before.
Yeah. One of these little servitors, just like normally they kind of come up and then skirt around the group, but this one comes directly up to you. They don't have eyes so much, anymore like one of the robot dog things. But you can tell that it has like come up to you specifically. It's not carrying anything on its back, and the back legs lower and the front legs raise up a little bit, and it almost looks expectant, as if it's waiting to be addressed. Yeah. Well, what do you do?
I offer it a little snack. I
Oh
have
yeah.
some smoked pack squab jerky. I'm like, oh, hey, good buddy.
um, if you hold it out to it, it will like take some of his little feeler legs and like use it to put it on his back, and like up and down a little bit as if it's excited, um,
Oh,
as if it's waiting for instructions, maybe.
uh, yeah. You wanna come with us?
Let me see what does it think?
Or yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
Send it after some junk.
yeah. If you tell it basically like follow us, it will
Yeah,
follow
I think
you.
I tell it to. I think I tell it to take the rear. Do you take the rear?
Yeah, it like bounces excitedly with the little smoked salmon on its back, and just like moves behind whoever is behind you, and like skitters maybe a little bit too close. Seems like it's a little excited, but yeah, it's just gonna follow you for a little while, I think. Yeah, yeah,
New friend.
um, yeah. New friend.
What do
Uh,
you think to call it, Tears?
ooh, yeah. What do you call it?
Oh, I think I'm gonna call it gumbo.
Gumbo the servitor. Gumbo. Great. Um, the sun is setting behind you a little bit as the city opens up into you. I mean, it, you would call it a field maybe if it was out in the farmland, but it's too big to be a plaza. It's a the buildings give way to a large expanse of concrete, and there are the buildings give way to there's dirt around it, and there are many, many, many small crosses planted in the dirt, thousands probably. Um, and if you walk along the direction they are sort of laid out in, you'll come into this area that has a dozen and change of these large building sized octagonal concrete pads. Um, there's stuff written on the crosses, um, and there are uh, offerings maybe left on them, um, little necklaces of clay beads, um, photographs that have been there for a very long time, faded, um, melted cases. Um, yeah, the tell me what you're doing in this
Were,
area.
were
Why?
the bodies we saw, were they all dried up and
They were
shriveled like they had been dug up?
they were not in great shape, not dried up, but
These
not
were not fresh corpses.
yeah, not fresh, but not like desiccated either. Like they've been
Okay.
acquired from somewhere.
Are
Long.
the crosses here, are they graves, or are some of them graves?
Um, you it might be graves. They're spaced out
I
like that
mean,
might be graves.
yeah,
Yeah.
do any of them have any of them been dug recently?
No, you don't see any of them have been dug up.
Okay. And what does the crosses say?
It is in an ancient language.
I'm looking at it.
Who has the best chance of reading an ancient language here? Um,
Probably a magician.
Rook or Teal has the best mind. Anyone have languages as a skill?
Nope, not me.
Um,
Is that a skill? I don't see that as a skill.
so yeah, um, yeah. If
Nope.
Rook or Mama wants to give it a shot, you might have. You're probably the best ones that have a shot at figuring out what they might be.
Mama, you want to help me take a closer look at these, see if we can't, between the two of us, piece out what they're saying?
Sounds good.
let's do this. We'll have you both roll. It's like kind of pseudo advantage. If you both fail, you're both going to take stress though. But if one of you succeeds, then you'll get it.
Not Rook.
How about Mama?
Uh, let's see. No. Okay. No.
Mm.
That is not.
Oh, that's
That
a
was
62. It looks like on the
well, but that's not just a 1 to 100 roll. I accidentally ended up. Now, okay, that was a. There we go.
Okay, there we go. Great. Yeah. So after I think it goes into nightfall, and you're kind of like conversing, figuring this out in the dark, piecing things together. Um, the language is one that is not in use anymore. You may have seen some. I guess, Mama, where do you recognize this language from? It's
So Mama's going to pull out the big book
mm-hmm.
because when Mama was younger, she was a genealogist,
Mm-hmm.
and some of the names from the big book include some names from whatever this language is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Mama's got like a few passages in the big book where, they have, oh, this is so and so from such and such a region, and a
Right.
little bit of snippet of the language and stuff.
Yeah. And this is definitely the maybe not the tongue, but a language of the torturers, the ancient people who lived
Yeah.
here before. And after a few hours of piecing this together, you can kind of figure out that these crosses are left here to mourn, I guess. The best you can figure out is those left to die on a forsaken earth, those who could not leave.
Mm. Well, that has unfortunate implications. I wonder if the cloud cities are huh.
That is not the only thing that has strange implications. How did you come across this book?
Oh, you want to know about that, huh? Well, um, how much do you know about the secession conflicts in the Cloud Cities?
I think there's first a smirk and then a frown.
It's like, you mean what they teach every cloudling? To drill them into their heads, they're starting about age 7.
So, when I was young, it was before those teachings were devised. I'm older than the secession. And this book has unfortunate truths for those in charge. So y'all living a lie? Sorry.
That's all right.
That's why I'm down here, because I had to run away, save my life, and save the book.
You could upturn the order of the cloud cities with this possession.
Yeah, but then I'd probably die sooner, and I don't see the value of that.
You were
Someday somebody will find the book. Huh?
You were full of surprises, one thing after the other.
Life's interesting, isn't it? I mean, if I die, if y'all want to take the book and get in trouble, by all means do so. Oh, although I probably should give you a few pointers before I die, because it will help. It's true that I used to. It's hard. It's hard to speak like a cloudling, but I used to speak like a cloudling all the time. That was a long time ago.
I'm afraid I don't know how to address you. Do I bow?
Oh, I was third daughter. I wasn't anybody important.
Very well.
Thank you, though. I mean, that's almost as good as if I gotten to do my coming out ceremony.
Stormy is looking down into the dirt during this entire exchange.
Do you want to check out the concrete pads, I guess, before camping down for the night? And also, do you want to camp down for the night here or try and find a little place somewhere else?
It's a bit out in the open, but we can see from a distance, which is nice. It's
Yeah.
What do the pads look like?
They are large and octagonal. Some of them have the same flavor as the rest of the city. Some like plasteel scaffolding that's been torn down, fall down, worn out. It looks like they might have been holding, like they're kind of like almost like structural, as if you can imagine that they were larger, that they would be holding something else up. But that was a long time ago. The pads are also relatively clean of debris and overgrowth, and most of them are like the concrete is blackened.
Are there any signs to suggest the torturers themselves once stood here?
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely, these graves are probably graves of torturers.
These are the graves of those left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Left behind. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if these marks here are the marks of some kind of chalk engine.
Well,
that belched fire or something. And that people use to go somewhere.
well, you're supposed to be the magic expert. Can you detect some chalk remnants?
No, after as old as these things are, I can try.
There is definitely not any trace of chalk. Like, it is striking.
No, no, if these right, you're right. If these had been used by heavy chalk things, you'd think there'd be residue. Not enough to be useful, but there'd be something. Stormy kneels down and like runs her fingers on the top of the concrete thing and tastes it.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes like concrete. It's been there for
And
quite some time, but the concrete itself is blackened.
There's no chalk residue in this.
Yeah. Naeus, as you're kind of setting up camp for the night, Silver approaches you cautiously. This is a cloudling. You can tell she's been injured just from the way she moves. And yeah, she kind of what are you doing to set up camp? What's your standard getting hunkered in?
I think while everyone else is, sort of doing standard camp things, I'm a little extra paranoid, so I'm kind of like walking the perimeters to make sure there's no unseen dangers we didn't take into account, or places where we might be like ambushed by wild animals. I'm just kind of doing my usual due diligence, making sure this is a decent place to camp.
Yeah, and Silver walks along with you, and kind of silently for a while, and then asks, you're from down here, right? You haven't been sent by anyone?
No, I mean, as I said, I'm looking for this lost farmerling, but I mean, obviously they don't pay me anything unless well, they paid me a small sum just to enlist my services, but
You were born down here.
yes, yes,
People are strange, don't you think?
yes. That's putting it lightly. There's many
Sometimes
different kinds.
the the other, I mean, the soldiers are soldiers, idiots. I feel like people should be paying more attention to me, and I'm kind of happy that they're not.
Hmm. It does seem for the best for you, I would imagine.
You can tell I'm from the clouds.
I take it out of credit that is true, right? That I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. It's really just from the way she holds herself.
I mean, I certainly that's would have been my assumption.
I imagine I'm going to die down here. Not today, but eventually. What?
Why? Why do you think that?
Because I'm not going back up.
Oh, well, fair. I mean, if you just mean we all die eventually and you'll be down here.
I, I will spend the rest of my life down here,
Hmm.
however long that is.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know yet. I and kind of she kind of like indicates down to her side where she has been wounded. She says, "I my life was fighting, uh, not like you do, but not for money. Not that I mean everyone has to work, I suppose, but uh, I didn't like it anymore,
Mm.
and I don't know if I'm supposed to become like you and start fighting again for money or something else altogether. I don't really know anything else.
But you don't. It's not a thing you feel compelled to do or enjoy.
No, it's just what I'm good at.
Interesting.
I've given up my weapons, and she kind of like gestures to camp. So
I mean, I don't know that I'd say I take any particular pleasure in it. I like you, it was something I found I had a knack for from a young age. And then when you have a knack for something, people start giving you money to do that thing. And then one thing leads to another, and here we are. I do enjoy being good at something and being good at what I do, but it's not the actual fighting or violence that I take pleasure in, other than trying to be the best at what I do. As obviously there are, everyone has a role to play, and if not that, I don't know what mine would be.
do you have any family, any siblings?
I was an orphan, and
Mm.
so sort of raised in a group home that was not the greatest, and my abilities were sort of my way out of that. So no, I don't really have anyone I call family.
Me neither.
Hmm.
Tears and Mama, what's your camp setting up look like tonight?
I wonder if we have like usual rituals for setting up camp. Oh no.
I think Mama would probably while she's getting ready for camp, she would probably chant the names of some of the ancestors. Not necessarily like they might be a little garbled, so not so easy to understand. It's just something she's been doing for a long time.
Just
And
from my short period observing you two, I feel like Mama would probably try to do more than she should, and Tears would probably try to make Mama do less.
Yes. Also that.
yeah,
But I think Tears does accompany, like, make some music to go in the background of the chanting, like maybe some like brrr with her hand. But yeah, I think Tears is constantly trying to do all of the camp setup, and Mama's
leave
constantly
my blankets alone, Dan.
okay, okay.
I like them folded this way. I know that you have the northern folding pattern. I don't care. I like the southern folding pattern.
I think they look the same.
Oh, is this one of those things I've forgotten again? No, couldn't be.
No, you do it the way you like it.
I'm not telling you
There's
how to do your blankets.
no, you're right. There's only so many pleasures in this life, and blankets folded the way you like them is one of them.
See, that's the proper attitude. Lord Rook, see, she's learning proper stuff. Up in the Cloud City, you're looking for the perfect tea served with the perfect pastry, right? Down here, it's just how we tuck our blankets. These are the good things in life.
Hmm.
I could really go for some good tea and pastries right now.
Oh, I have some herbal tea if you'd like some herbal tea.
Oh, please.
I got some pack squab jerky, kind of like a pastry.
Delicious. Thank you.
It's like the pastry of the wastelands.
So we start a fire. I think we will start a fire off the column, maybe just to the side of it. And just a little tiny one, just to heat up the tea, not for warmth or light.
Mm-hmm.
Try and keep
Summer.
it shielded from anything else that might be observing.
How are these columns? Are these columns like spaced out from each other?
The crosses?
No, the octagonal.
Oh,
pillars.
they're like large concrete pads. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in a they're arranged in a like if there are enough 18. They're arranged in a like grid pattern, like a like 4x4, 4x5 ish pattern.
Gotcha. And how many are there? A lot of them.
18.
18 of them.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Huh. No, I can't think of anything that comes in 18.
Great. Anything else you want to do before we move on to the next day?
If Rook will permit, Mama will fold Rook's blankets for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes
I
me
think
feel
Tears is tucking into some needlework and is laughing as Rook is being delighted.
That's great. Cool. Let's take a 7-minute break and we'll come back and start the next day. Great. It is a brand new sunny day here in Rustbucket. The night passes uneventfully and the morning is yours. Gumbo is waiting faithfully next to Tears with the treat on its back still.
I think I also have tardigrade, Tud.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I think I'm just having a little menagerie now.
Little buddies.
It's just he's still got his treat on his back.
Yep. What next? Any direction will take you into the city more. You can also hunt and gather or rest or
So,
move. Yeah.
yeah, I'd like to ask a question about my mysticism skill.
Yeah.
Does this mean I have a sensitivity or any experience with like the slip, or
Mm.
because I'm not a
Um,
spellcaster?
yeah.
Mm.
I think it's just a yeah, it's just like a sensitivity. I think the slip is part of it. Yeah.
Okay. So in that context, have I felt anything as we've been traveling through the city that
Oh.
feels like a little
Um,
different?
interesting. I mean, it is different in that it is a it is not the same kind of like pastoral land as
Yeah.
the rest of the lowlands here. It is singular in its cityness.
Yeah.
It's very unlike Tacktown is the next biggest like city, and that's a few dozen low buildings. This is just a maze of ruined skyscrapers and vegetation.
Is there the sense of a lot of dead being here?
Yeah, I think so. Even without sensitivity, it's not only from the ruined buildings, but just from the sense of things left behind. As you,
Right.
yeah. It, I think a lot of it has been picked over by scavengers. So the stuff that you mostly see is junk, but still like junk of a personal nature. That's been left behind.
So as we are wandering along, Mama has an awareness of, we'll call it domestic treasure.
Mm-hmm.
And if we find any, plate, little like blue plates out of plasteel or whatever, I mean, it wouldn't be plasteel, it'd be something else. But so just small things like that, or maybe child's toys,
Yeah.
or any sort of like random whole functional bits of people's lives that might be of interest on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I think you can find a few, domestic scavenge like that.
Okay.
Throw a couple random things in.
I will put down domestic scaven or domestic goods.
Yeah. Domestic salvage. Yeah.
Salvage. There we go. Yeah. Okay, I'll just.
Um, Great. What do we do next?
Do we see any animals or wildlife in the city?
Hmm. I don't believe so. Let me see. It's mostly like what the things that you see moving mostly are these sort of like abandoned, disused, janky robos. Um, I think you see there are a few animal things skittering around. They don't really present themselves much. Maybe like crab rats or something. Um, and I think you can tell from the occasional uh, chewed up stuff that Imago have are here occasionally, but you haven't seen any.
Nor any major pieces of shell or anything like that, right?
No, no.
Hmm.
So what are we feeling?
So where are we map-wise?
On the map, I started there's like a sub hex map for Rustbucket
I see.
on the right hand side here. So you entered an R7 and you're in R12 now. It's kind of in the middle-ish of the city now.
Keep going in the same direction, I guess, right? Southeast, southeast, yeah.
Cool. Let me paste that hex in for you. R13. Great. Sweet. So yeah, interesting. So as you're coming through this part of the city, you can start to see, and I'll throw that on the map as well. To the east of the city, there is a body of water out here. You can, the way you can see the shore of a lake when you're coming to the edge of a city, sort of like through the buildings. There's some water there. It is toxic looking, but as you're going through here, there are some more of these like ruined, overgrown bots that are there's a half dozen or 10 or so, and they are kind of sitting next to there's a few benches and a like a translucent shelter, and they're kind of hunched there. And every once in a while, one of them kind of jumps up and throws something out on what you imagine would be the street, and then pops back. Rook, you were asking about animals. If you sit and watch this for a little while, you'll see that some birds might come down, or some crab rats come out and sort of sniff at whatever they threw out there. And these robots will try to catch them with like a net that they throw out. They're not successful most of the time, but occasionally they will drag one back and like snap its neck or pull their legs off and put them in a pile next to them.
Do they have a small pile of
They do have a
dead
small pile of dead
animals?
Yeah, they have collected.
I can't imagine they eat them. Do you think they turn them to the wax they use?
Maybe. Hey, you guys, can you understand us?
Hmm. They don't. Where are you addressing them from? Are you like yelling or coming up to them? What's your
I'm saying I'm not yelling exactly, but I'm getting close enough to say it in a loudish conversational tone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One of them, like, they move disturbingly fast when they jump up, and it kind of jumps up and runs within 10 or 15 feet of you and kind of throws and you can tell now it's like seeds and mostly seeds and old grains, it looks like, maybe mixed with some gravel or something. It kind of like throws it in front of you, and it kind of like hunkers back a little bit.
How big are these nets that they throw? They're little bitty nets, right?
They're like 4 or 5 feet across, probably. They kind of like throw them out and then drag them back, and throw them out and drag them back.
Right. Well, so they can tell we're alive, but evidently don't have that great a discrimination as to how big we are, because those nets are not going to be big enough to catch us.
How are the rest of you reacting to all this?
Foolishly, Rook walks up and kneels down and grabs a handful of this seed to take a closer look.
Fantastic. It throws a net over you. let me make a little roll here and see. Yeah, it throws a net on you. The net falls over you. It is not very strong. You're able to, with pretty little effort, rip it off of you if you want to. It just watches you. What do you do when when it throws a net over you?
I think I get this face of like being affronted, like insulted, and I stand up and I just pull it off of me and drop it to the side.
And it's like stands up straighter, and starts slowly approaching you. It's hard to tell if it's aggressive or curious.
I'll just quietly get my gun out. Just
I've
checking
always
the
got my wrist pea shooter ready to raise.
just checking the firing mechanism. That's all. Make sure that.
What is Rook doing as it approaches?
Since it seems like it might be curious, Rook reaches into his bag and pulls out one of his exquisite white roses and holds it out to see what it will do.
Those things have stayed in really good shape since you brought them.
Perfectly preserved.
Yeah. So while everybody else is doing this, Mama's gonna step back and just sort of watch our backwards perimeter just to make sure nothing is sneaking up on us.
Yeah, it gets close and you can tell it's got a sort of elongated plasteel head, and assume there's sensors somewhere in there. It's difficult to tell, but it does like tilt up and down to kind of regard you, and then just like it's hard, like some display plate across the front just kind of like glows green softly and pulses, and then you would swear it bows to you just slightly or nods, and then like gingerly reaches out and like pulls whatever is left of the net off of you almost apologetically, and crouches down and begins sweeping up the seed from the ground at your feet.
I wish you could tell us why you're accumulating small creatures, but I guess you don't know the way we do.
And after it collects the seed, it goes back with the others, and they take turns trying to catch birds and crab rats. What are the rest of y'all doing, Naeus or Tears?
I think I'm basically just like sticking with the majority of I'm on high alert. I'm like, this whole place is weird. Everything's cool so far, but I just feel like it could get uncool real fast.
You're not wrong.
And I also kind of get the impression, like, just getting to know everybody, I sort of feel like I'm still sort of just watching everyone, sort of getting the lay of the land and feeling like everybody kind of knows what they're doing. So like, when people, when Rook runs up there trying to mess with him, I was like, okay, I mean, if he needs help, I'm sure he'll yell or something. I'm just going to assume everybody here is competent and knows what they're doing.
How long are you going to hang out there? Or are you doing anything else with them?
I think Rook watches one of the birds as it like flies down, and one of the ones that escapes. As I imagine they see a lot of the city and know of its treasures. If only we could see from its eyes, or climb to get a better vantage point.
Mm.
Looks at the others, see what they think.
Or ask the birds somehow.
Oh, I think you're muted, Brandon.
I could try, says Stormy, looking unhappy.
Try what?
Talking
They
to
don't
a
talk to
bird.
birds.
Oh,
Talking to a bird.
are your eyes gonna go cross and your nose gonna bleed?
Probably.
Usually does.
It's the way of magic, unfortunately.
Cool.
I had a cousin. We weren't sure if she was magical or something else.
Touched. Yeah. It's hard to tell sometimes. That's why there aren't any old magicians.
It looks like you have chalk.
Do
Would
have
you like
chalk.
to cast that spell?
Well, I will try it once,
All right.
because otherwise I could see us spending a lot of time here and not getting anywhere.
How is the chalk used for this? Do you eat it? Do you sprinkle it around? What do you do with it?
No, not for talking to animals. Um, Stormy starts to use the chalk to mark herself.
Mm.
And she makes marks around her forehead that are a little bit evocative of fur. And she makes marks along her arms that are a little bit evocative of feathers. It's symbolic rather than realistic.
Nice.
So that she looks like she has a whole body temporary tattoo.
Nice.
Um,
So let's see, casting a spell, you automatically take a stress for that.
Yep.
And you're going to make a heart check. And since you have spell casting, you can do that
you
with
can do it
advantage.
twice, which is good.
Yeah.
Because my heart's not that
24.
great.
Yikes. Let's see what happens.
There's nailed
Nice.
it.
That is an 11, right?
Yeah. And that's a critical hit.
That is a critical. That's right. Doubles are criticals. So you cast it as if you spent an extra thing of chalk on him.
Yeah. So Stormy looks a little startled.
Yeah. So do you want to how do you want to use that critical? Do you want to last twice as long? Do multiple kinds of animals?
Just have it be friendly, I guess.
Yeah, great.
I mean, they're normally friendly when you can talk to them.
Yeah.
But have it be I don't know, more than that, helpful.
Awesome. Yeah. So you're able to talk to the birds. They are there's some blackbirds, there's some pigeon-ish looking things.
I like black blackbirds are smart.
Yeah.
I like them. Hey guys.
You say, yeah. I think one of them hops closer to you and looks startled when it can understand you, and it to everyone else it squawks, but to you it says you can talk to us
for a little while, for now, because right now for a short while I am a bird, as you can tell.
You're a big bird.
I am. And in a short while, I will not be a big bird anymore. But for the time being, I am one of you.
Do you have any food?
I do. Or I'm sure my friends here, who are unfortunately not birds, can help. Can we have get some? Anybody got a handful of grain or?
Mama will
I'm
pull
sure we
out.
do. That we have provisions. So,
Yeah.
but I'll ask Mama.
Yeah,
And I say, here you go for you and your friends. Um, Stay away from those guys over there. I say, by the way.
Oh yeah, we've been playing with them. Some
Oh,
of us
good. Some of your dumber friends have not done well.
more food for us.
Yeah, I guess so. Here's a here's a nice meal for everyone. Come on down and share it with us.
You're a good bird.
Thanks.
Tears looks really jealous and longingly.
Yeah. Mama
Tears would
is
like to be a bird.
observing all this with her mystical awareness.
Yeah, Mama, you can
Yeah.
get probably as mysticism. You see that I'm kind of a bird. If you squint your eyes so that
Right.
you're looking more with your second sight than with the first. Um, my outline has blurred a little bit, and I look very much like a bird. Um, and I guess you can probably get the gist of what I'm saying. Uh, at least the tone, if nothing else. You can decide. Um, so, hey guys. Um, so unfortunately, I am no longer able to fly.
Oh, what happened?
I hurt my wing.
Hmm.
You know how it is.
Well, you'll probably die soon.
Probably, but in the meantime, I've found a few friends who are similarly stuck on the ground here, and we look after each other. But I appreciate your solicitousness. Um, we are looking to find some. I know you guys are appreciative of shiny stuff.
Oh yeah, there's so much shiny
Mhm.
stuff here.
There is, but a lot of it's kind of, looks like it's pretty darn detached to the ground, and it's all the same.
The big pieces are.
Yeah, so we're looking for things that are small pieces and that maybe are interesting. You know
Oh
what I mean? That aren't all the same thing.
yeah. I mean, there's stuff everywhere. You just gotta look for it. Just dig around
Well,
a little bit. You're big. You can even take bigger pieces than us. Just
I
don't go to
can.
the lake. That's a bad place. There's nothing good to eat there.
Where's that?
And it like kind of like hops right like to the east. Where the sun rises. The lake burns. Everything in there is dead. Some
Yeah,
some birds fly out there and don't make it back.
it didn't. It didn't have good luck. Is there any place in particular that you think we should look where that's really interesting?
Interesting.
Um,
Oh, I mean,
yeah, no, I
go.
mean, I don't mean, and I don't mean those guys moving around.
No, they're not
They're
interesting.
they look like trouble,
No,
or
they're
at least,
boring.
yeah, yeah, someplace interesting, someplace I don't know. Like I said, where there's where there's stuff that looks like it's made from a lot of different things.
Oh, I mean, if you go up north, there's the city's god, and there's a lot of interesting things in there. But it's the birds don't come out most of the time. But the ones that do, they say there's a lot of giant screaming. It's a big place. There's a lot of things. Um, some are shiny, but I wouldn't go there. It's too dark, too big, too noisy. But just north of there is the elevator to the city, up to the clouds. They send dead things to the clouds. You could probably take some dead things off the elevators if you can't fly. So maybe before they put them on the elevators, just follow them.
Oh, so like two leg people take stuff and put them on an elevator.
Yeah, the metal guys take the two legs or any other dead
Oh,
things, put them up there. They go into the sky.
oh, I get it. All right. Well, that sounds pretty good. Anything else we should know? Stay away, stay out of the middle, you said?
Stay out of the lake. The
Stay out
city,
of the lake for
the
sure.
city ends at the lake. The gods library, the gods place, the gods tunnels.
Yeah.
Um, I no one goes in there. So if there's something in there, no one comes out of there.
Is it underground or is it inside a big?
It's underground.
Okay.
It feels like it used to be safe. There's I mean, just the other way. We have a bunch of nests. You can come. Big. What's a big bird? What, guns? Big guns. We live in there. It's cozy now. No one shoots. Safe.
Oh yeah. Well, um, I'll come visit if I can make my way up there, but you know how it is.
Yeah, that's where I live. I'll be there for a while. It's a couple hours flight that way. It points to the southwest.
So he's nesting down in the southwest.
Yeah.
To the north is the tunnels
The tunnels
from which
and
birds don't come out much.
yeah, and a sky elevator thing.
And then the sky elevator thing north of that. All right. Then I just shoot the breeze with them a little bit too.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time I've gotten that spell to work. I don't try it very often because of the missing problem.
What's everyone else doing while that bird talk is happening?
And I imagine it's like 3 or 4 birds like talking over each other, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And the whole conversation takes like half an hour probably.
So Mama's obviously watching it and listening. I don't think she understands the words, but she does
You get the gist of what's happening.
a little bit. Yeah. The other thing that Mama's doing is observing Stormy, and she's starting to prepare a a good meal for Stormy for when she's done.
Mm.
So these are like robots you said that are like gathering.
Yeah, they're trying to catch birds and rat crabs,
Right.
and they snap their necks and put them in a pile.
We don't necessarily know why, because they don't obviously eat them.
They do not eat them, no. I
Could
think
we
if you wait long enough, like as this conversation is happening, I think one of them does take like an armload of them and start like walking to the north.
I try to talk to it and say,
Hmm.
"Excuse me."
And it stops and like turns to you. The head swivels.
First off, before I can proceed down this route, is this stuff that I think could this be used by us as provisions of any kind? Like,
I mean,
would this be any use to us? Any of this?
maybe not provisions. Like you could make a meal out of it, maybe. A pretty gross one.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out if there's any advantage in helping these robots in a way. I've got an idea of how I'm going to help them, but I don't know if we don't want this stuff in return. Well, let's just see where it takes us. Maybe some goodwill will come back at us in some way later. Because basically what I was thinking is I have a hunting background. So I was thinking, I just happened to notice you seem to be tasked with gathering what I'm assuming are resources for some reason. It's not, there's better ways you could be going about this. The particular things that you are gathering, there's better techniques that could attract more of them and get you a bigger haul for less effort. And I proceed to kind of give him some of my hunting tips I've learned about, about how actually the crabs, And the birds, they both love feeding on this one particular kind of a bush from over here. So if you were to like say a pile of that, you would attract the crabs and the birds at once. You kind of wait till they gather around, and then one net over them would get you a bigger haul in a shorter amount of time.
Yeah, yeah. It patiently listens to you, and like flashes green, probably an acknowledgement, and then goes back and like you can the rest of them stand silently, for a while, and then they begin implementing your advice. They were clearly communicating somehow, and their crab, rat, and bird haul increases.
Good. Maybe now they won't try to kill us down the road for some reason that I cannot yet foresee.
You as a sellsword, I think you get the vibe that these things are, I mean, they're not armed, and just the way that they have responded to both Rook and you, you get the impression that they are not hostile, at all.
I mean, I definitely don't. Yeah, they haven't been raising my hackles.
Yeah.
I have one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say, I am curious where they're taking this stuff to.
I have a last question for the other birds. I say, the huge bugs.
Yeah.
The ones like 100 times too big to eat,
Yeah,
or
like
maybe
hot bugs.
1,000 times. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes they leave chunks of shell around.
Not tasty.
No, it tastes bad. It's not good for you to eat. But I wonder if you have seen any big chunks.
When there are chunks, people usually take them.
It's true, but around this time of year, sometimes there are chunks that have come down too new for anybody to find them yet.
Let's see. We've seen them flying far away. They almost never come into the city. Something about it repels them, or it's uncomfortable, I think. Maybe they're reminded of bad things in the past. They seem old and smart. They don't talk to us very much, though.
Yeah.
Probably why they're smart.
They do seem old and smart, but hungry mostly.
Always hungry. Yeah.
That's the problem. No, they eat that stuff.
Bones. Our bones would be light, I think.
Yeah, they would if you let them. But your bones are small, and so they're probably not going to go for you if there's anything better around.
I think with the increased haul, another one of the robots takes another armful of dead animals and follows where the other one went.
Okay. Well, having learned out what I can break out and come talk to people.
Yeah.
I'm a little whacked by the spell casting.
Yeah. There's going to be some after effects for you as well.
Yes.
Rook and or Tears. What are you Tears, what are you up to while this is all happening?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think that Tears was like kind of keeping watch with Mama, but then was like got super envious of getting to be a bird.
Oh, you know what? Gumbo does, like, while this is happening, like after the first robot walks away, Gumbo kind of like does the like bunny circling the legs kind of thing around you.
Like, what like is it?
Trying to get you to follow and like follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow it.
That way. how far do you want to follow it? Because it is just heading
Yeah.
north.
A little, I think I keep make sure I can keep an eye on Mama, but
Mhm.
I'm kind of walking and I'm like, oh, okay, we can go.
Yeah, the robot is determinedly just. It looks like it has a destination. It is like heading to as it goes that way.
Yeah, I'll follow it.
Cool. Um, Tears is wandering off.
I'm sure that's fine.
Right, yeah. So Tears is wandering off to the north. What's everyone else gonna do here? And just like to be clear, Tears, do you want to like travel, like keep going and travel, follow it as far as it goes, or are you gonna like keep the group in sight?
Mm,
Or is Mama keeping an eye on Tears or doing your own thing?
Actually,
I
what
feel like
Mama's going to do is Mama's going to say, "Excuse me, Lord Rook, but I think that one's wandering off, and the other one wandered off the other way. Could you keep an eye on them? I have to keep an eye on Stormy here.
Of course.
Silver, make yourself useful and look like you're intimidating. Just stand around, look intimidating.
Don't I look intimidating already?
Oh, is that what that is?
No.
I like that Mama also like is like keeps an eye on Tears, but Tears thinks that they're watching over Mama, but it's really the other way around.
Probably both ways.
Yeah, I think Tears can wander off. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
But, yeah. And
Street
Mama
savvy.
points towards either to Rook points to either, Naeus or Tears, and be
Yeah,
the adults in the hut.
I think that because Neus is still sort of finding his place and sort of bonded with Tears, like both sell swords, they bonded real quick.
We're besties
That like
now.
he is, I think Neus assumes there must be some reason
Mhm.
Tears is specifically focused on Mama. So like with Tears wandering away, I think Neus is kind of like, oh shit, who's Mama, you need anything? Are you fine? Your blankets need folding.
Exactly.
You need tea, firewood, something I can bring you. You good?
Follow her.
But then there'd be no cell swords left with the party.
Who's her?
Oh,
Uh,
you mean
that
Tears?
was Naeus, you follow Tears
Oh,
because
Tears
you're
is
both
them.
yeah,
Oh,
and Silver. Oh, that's true. It's follow them. Sorry. You follow them, and Silver here is going to look intimidating and protect Lord Rook and I.
uh, uh, yeah, all right. If that's what you think is best.
Well,
Should I?
somebody's got to follow them because they're wandering off, following their uh, little
Right.
mechanical person.
I'll make sure they don't get in over their head.
Dang, you do that.
So I guess I'll take off after Tears.
Great.
Young
Uh,
people.
so the question is, do we want to split you up into two functional groups, or do you all want to head that way?
Well, we're not done yet. We have to take care of Stormy.
Mhm.
I mean, Mama's been preparing a meal
Yeah,
to.
and y'all can catch up with them if you want to. So. Yeah, when Stormy comes out, um, I think Rook is still there too, right? Rook and Mama, you notice that animal activity in the area has increased. Birds have started landing closer. The crab rats have been scuttling out more bravely. This leads to more of them getting caught, of course. But they do seem to be kind of settling around Stormy. And crab rats are clicking, birds are squawking. Stormy can't understand them anymore. after the spell is gone.
Mama hands Stormy some flatbread. It's like, you might
Yeah.
want to feed them before they get angry.
They're not they're
That's fine. I'll feed them.
they don't
Start
I'll,
tossing food
I'll
up.
toss them a few things, but they're still going to hang around.
Okay.
They're attracted by the leftover aura of magic. You see Stormy take out a water skin and wash off as much of the chalk as she can. She says, "It doesn't matter, I can get it off, but the
Here,
magical aura is going to linger for a while."
have some catfish and some flatbread. You
Oh
need
God,
to get your strength
I
back.
and you see Stormy like just devour some things like they just weren't there. Whew, that takes the stuffing out of you. But I heard a lot, and she relates the information the birds gave.
Oh, and I
You're
don't.
pretty
We
good
didn't
at
mark
that
off
magic stuff.
There we go.
Well,
Sorry, guys.
that's what I was trained to do, believe it or not. But magic's a tough business.
You did well. It was very impressive.
Well, I'm glad. Otherwise, I would have disliked to look like a fool. But
I think you underestimate the value of looking like a fool there.
well, it's not just looking like a fool. It takes a terrible toll on you, a permanent one. It doesn't, magic kills you after a while.
That's what I heard about husbands one time too.
Well, it might be true. I never had a husband.
Neither have I, for that reason precisely.
Yeah, the birds were really helpful. So at least we know area in the center with the holes is dangerous. The sea is poison. And there is an elevator. I get an idea that maybe these metal guys, that their original purpose was to scavenge resources for some folks in the clouds, and that they're still doing it even though the people who might have received them are no longer there. That's whatever city or what have you that was up there, if in fact there is anything still up there, is long gone, but they are continuing to do their work because they still exist and because they don't get tired. That's what I think is going on here. So I think what the bird said is, they may have brought all sorts of things, not just dead animals up there, and maybe we can scavenge off some of them that are, before they load them onto wherever it is that this elevator, wherever this elevator goes.
Well, Tears has fallen her little mechanical friend, and Nance is tracking her, so we could head after them if it's over that way. Is that where you're talking about?
Up to the north. Well, you can see where they're walking.
Yeah.
So I guess they're probably all going the same way. We just have to be wary of these, what the birds called the god, which is might possibly be down a bunch of tunnels. I could understand them perfectly well, but sometimes the words that we have for things and the birds have for things is exactly the same. Because, we know what some of these things are for that the birds don't use. And so they don't have words for things that they don't, sometimes they understand what things are for, but because they've observed them. Like they knew what guns were, and they knew that the city had great big guns that don't fire anymore. But if I asked a bird what a chalk processor look, if they had spotted that, they wouldn't know what one was because they'd never seen it actually do it.
Reminds me of husbands again. You tell them something simple and they just don't know what you're saying.
Naas, you're following Tears, right? Are you following close? Are you traveling with them, or?
I think so. I think I would catch up with them, and I'm not trying to be sneaky. I'd be like, so Mama told me to follow you to make sure you don't get into anything over your head.
That sounds like Mama.
Naas, can you make a speed check for me?
Which is what exactly is
D100 under your speed, which is 49.
D100 under my speed. That's 16, so that's under my speed.
So you see them before they see you. Again, like the city is not in square blocks. It is all jiggy jaggy. And you turn a corner, and there are a couple sellswords who are also exploring the city. You see them before they see you, and you have they look they look like they are cautiously traveling. What would you like to do? Or both of you, Naas and Tears?
I think I would stop Tears and I think we should, we should remain unnoticed, I think.
Yes, to protect them.
Exactly. We wouldn't have, they might do something stupid and then we would have to hurt them badly.
Yeah, we don't want to have to hurt them.
No, I'd like to avoid it.
I knew you were men after my own
heart. Yeah, so you get a chance to get a good look at them. They are, again, clearly sellswords. They are armed and armored. They both have pretty one has battle casing, the other one has full armor. One's got a flame bellows and a bandolier of spores. The other one's got a clearly military rifle that probably did not originally belong to them. And yeah, they are cautiously stalking through the city, clearly heading in a certain direction, not directly towards where the rest of the group is, but kind of southwesty, southeasty, kind of in that area. Do you just want to let them pass, or do you want to do something else?
Consult with Tears, but do we have a purpose here, Tears? What are we going somewhere specifically, or should we?
And
Gumbo said to follow.
Gumbo's still circling around your feet.
Yeah, Gumbo wants to go here.
I'm just wondering if we should cautiously follow these folks just to make sure they don't go back to our folks.
Yeah, maybe. Oh. Yeah, I mean, as long as Gumbo's going that way.
I think Gumbo's going the opposite way from where they're going.
Gumbo probably knows something we don't know. Gumbo doesn't seem concerned about these guys.
All right, well, I'm here to follow you, and if you're following Gumbo, then it looks like we're following Gumbo.
Yeah, that's the only plans I had so far today. I couldn't be a bird, so I'm gonna follow Gumbo.
All right. You continue following Gumbo. So what?
I think if I ate some chalk, I could be a bird.
Maybe have a better chance of it than Stormy. Maybe.
Or you might just die.
Or die.
Great. So Naas and Tears have headed off to the north. Are the rest of y'all going to try and catch up with them or do something else?
I looked to Mama. I said, and Rook, it's like, do you think they're coming back?
I think it would be prudent if we headed in that direction.
Well, it's the way we want to go anyway, so there's that. I guess we'll
Are
do
you
that.
ready to travel, Stormy?
No, but I'll push myself.
Mama will get another round of flatbread and catfish and feed Stormy some more.
No, I'll eat it while I'm walking.
Nice.
I'll just, let's go on. We don't want to. There are too many things. Too many things here that can be the death of a couple people alone that don't fare so well against a larger group.
Who is leading the way? You'll be able to catch up with them pretty easily.
Not me.
Yeah, I think with Mama taking care of Stormy, Rook's probably leading the way.
Cool. Can I get a speed check from you with advantage?
Sure. No, that is a negative.
Negative. Yeah, great. So you do wander into the path of those two sellswords as well. I think you see each other, from a respectable distance, like a building's length away down the street, and they stop, kind of like as if they're waiting to see what the three of you do, as you recognize each other as being people in a place where there are not a lot of people.
Yeah, there are four of us, remember, because there's also Silver.
That's right, Silver.
Yeah, so I think maybe we kind of curve around them a little bit.
And they will
in a direction suggesting we are going around. Well, maybe we should talk to them, see what they know. What do you think, Mama?
Well, I don't do. That's between you and Rook and Silver.
I could take them.
Okay, that's between you and Rook. Silver, you stay here and protect me because I'm weak and feeble.
I don't think you're as feeble as you say you are.
Mama sort of like starts limping around.
I think it's your other knee, Mama.
Lord Rook,
Lord
got
Rook,
opinion?
you wanna talk to them? We can cover you.
Sure.
They're not gonna. I mean, don't get close enough for them to grab you, but you can.
Of course. And Lord Rook will step out into the open, and gesture for them to approach a little.
They raise their weapons, and yell at you to stay where you are. Take a point of stress for having a weapon pointed at you.
Oh yeah. Lord Rook slowly raises his hands, palms up, fingers wide, gives a slight nod, and backs up to the others.
They will cover the others too, so everyone else is going to take a point of stress as well.
Yeah, well, I'll just.
Mama's going to walk forward.
They're not interested in talking, Mama.
The larger one, she yells, like she has the rifle and she's like, "Stay where you are. Don't follow us."
We're not. Well, I mean, we're just refugees like you are.
We're not refugees. Stop pretending. Who sent you? How long have you been tracking us?
Oh, you think somebody's tracking you?
I mean, it's easier than finding stuff on your own.
The point there.
We're freelancers. We would not track other people.
But lots of people do.
Mama pulls out a big wrench. We do our own work here.
So you're scavengers as well.
Yeah.
So you're not looking for anything valuable here.
Well, I mean, we're trying to look for something valuable. You know where something valuable is?
They don't want
Isn't that why you're following us?
Wait, we're not following you? We were headed north.
We thought we heard someone before, but didn't find them. And now you're here.
Mama, leave the crazy people alone.
We're not crazy. We're cautious. You're the ones who are crazy walking towards someone with a rifle pointing at you.
We have rifles too.
Yeah, but they're not pointed at us, are they?
She is right there,
I
Storm.
can remedy that if you'd prefer.
Could y'all
But I
stop
thought,
kissing
but I
on
thought
each
we were,
other?
but I
Could
thought
you
we were
just
talking.
stop? Mama walks up halfway between both parties. Just settle down.
They
Young
fire a
people.
shot into the ground as you walk forward.
Well, she'll stop.
Mama, Mama, don't get shot, please.
I know that. It hurts. I've had it happen before.
Well, you're gonna maybe have forgotten and wonder what the experience is like again. Don't ask
These
me.
fine people are not hunting us.
No,
If they
but
were
they are
hunting
afraid
us,
that we are looking to steal whatever they might find, which is a thing that some people do.
See, she's got the right idea.
It's not an inappropriate fear on their part, and you are not going to dissuade them that we will not simply attempt to take whatever they find out of their hands once they do it. It happens to be that that's not the case in this particular thing, but we don't have a way of proving it to them.
Why don't you all turn around and go back the way you came?
We're our friend. We have friends that are all. Which way are they going, by the way?
They're going like you're going to be passing each other.
We can kind of curve around each other, can't we?
I mean, you can go like around a building. I don't think they want to be on the same street as you. If you like,
okay, we could go around a building. We're heading in that direction. I say, pointing down the street.
All right, we will watch you go that way.
Enjoy yourself, Mama.
Mama's going to take out a little bit of flatbread and
shoo, I say. Sorry, that wasn't meant to be you. That wasn't for you. It just gets
she's
kind
gonna place it on the ground in front of her,
mm-hmm.
and she's gonna say, "Traveler's peace to you," and then walk away.
And we will go down the street around the building and then continue in the general direction we were going.
Great. Yep, they will continue going their direction as well.
No, go away. I don't have anything for you, I say.
Yeah, you're also being followed by a lot of animals that are quite noisy. But you're able to catch up with Naeus and Tears. Naeus and Tears, you hear them coming before you see them because there's chirping and clacking and skittering.
Rubbing it in.
Well, you know,
you're muted.
I suppose that that's, you know, some of the people we encounter may consider us a little too strange to deal with, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
Sure, I raise my wrist pea shooter until I see who it is. I'm like, whoa, y'all found us.
Oh no, Mama, is your knee acting up again?
Oh, am I still limping? Oh yeah.
The long story. Did you wander off for a reason?
Oh, Gumbo's onto something.
Okay. Is he going straight north?
I don't really know.
Yeah, it's
that way's north.
Yeah,
I point that way's north. He may just be following the directions of a lot of these other what did you call them? Robots? It seems to be a common word.
Mechanicals.
The mechanicals. Yeah, they've all, a lot of them have seem to have a purpose of gathering different kinds of resources.
Yeah,
And
and
I
if we go
explained to you
find the
that,
pile, might be
well,
some good
that
stuff.
that yeah, well, there's probably not that much of a pile because according to the birds, and I explained the whole business, but still we might be able to find some of the things that they have gathered, and which otherwise and get hold of them, put them to some use rather than have them go on this elevator to who knows where.
So do y'all want to continue going north?
Yeah,
Sweet.
I certainly do.
Let's see, that will be R9. Great. Follow them for a few hours. The mechanical, the robot, a bit ahead of you. You can see it's just like trudging along. Of note, as you're traveling through the city, it kind of opens up again to another area that is, I mean, it's clearly an airfield of some kind. Long strips of concrete, but it is wrecked. There are huge craters as if it has been bombarded from a distance by something very large. There's a dozen burnt out thopter husks blown across the tarmac. Mama has scavenging, right? Or tinkering, is that who has the
Somebody has
Mama
scrounging, do they
does.
not?
someone has scrounging, yeah.
Yeah, Mama has it. Technically, Moss does too, but she's not here at the moment.
Yeah. Scrounger recognize salvage here. You could definitely pull between these dozen things, you could probably pull enough parts off to, I mean, if you knew someone how to build a thopter, you could probably put one together out of all the parts.
Really?
You can definitely pull a lot of good bits off of these.
Mhm.
You mean even with the engine, the chalk engine of the Thopters here?
You know what? There might be. Maybe it might not be fueled, but the engines, like if you look, you might be able to cobble together an engine out of parts from more than one.
Yeah. Okay.
It would take someone with mechanical skill.
Well, and somebody who knew how to build a Thopter.
Yeah.
Which is not something everyone has done.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if you wanted to spend some time salvaging here, you could definitely pick up some stuff if you have space that's not filled with plasteel already.
Neas has a pack squad.
It's true. I didn't even know what that was. It's like, what is a pack squab?
Like a chocobo, only a pigeon. Yeah.
You should not know what that is because it's useful.
Yeah. What do y'all want to do here?
If there is enough material to build a thopter, do we see things that we could fashion um, like a wagon and attach it to one of the two pack squabs or both?
You could. It would take a while though.
Okay.
Like maybe
And they're not that great at pulling wagons. Over smooth, even terrain.
and the terrain
okay.
is not going to be smooth.
But I don't want to wrestle a wagon and around some of the things that we've had to deal with.
But the stuff would be valuable. I mean, even without putting it together and thing.
Yeah, more valuable than the tank salvage.
About the same, probably.
About the same. Okay. Well,
Funny.
nothing stops us from coming back here.
True.
But I think we should spend our time on things that advance what we have.
What do the rest of y'all think?
Hmm. Well, there's always a risk that when you walk away from something good, you don't find another thing better on the other side of the river.
I know. We don't have that much pack capability. Um, and so I don't know how much our work is going to gain us. That's all.
Okay.
But I'm willing to be outvoted, and I don't mind if we bed down here. It seems as good a place as any, and I'm exhausted.
I could use for some rest myself.
Yeah, everyone had a little bit of stress. Yeah, you could rest here for the night if you wanted to. How the robo is going to continue going north, and Gumbo is still excited about it, but it will stay if you stay.
Does Gumbo talk?
Gumbo does not talk. I mean, it's an expressive little guy, but
Well, Mama's gonna do some salvaging while everybody else is resting.
okay, cool.
Yeah, I think Tears is kind of doing some needlepoint, but keeping watch over Mama.
I think without even a roll, you can grab you can grab at least a slot worth of salvage by yourself. Everyone else is gonna rest.
Yeah.
Cool. Everyone who is resting, I think it's for 4. Double check. 2. Everyone who's resting, knock off 2 stress.
If I have no stress, does that mean I don't need rest?
I mean, you don't. Resting is always nice, though. The animals nearby do, however, collect around the camp. Not necessarily crowding Stormy, but definitely like coming closer than is safe for them. And they are. It almost seems like Stormy. You get the feeling that like they are desperately trying to talk to you. Like
Yes, I know.
they saw you talking to the birds, and they're like, "We want to talk to. We want to talk to." And the rats are squeaking, and the birds are
They all
squawking.
have something to get off their chest, I
Mhm.
guess.
You're now the animal therapist in the area.
Yeah. It's not the most restful, peaceful night of sleep, but you are.
I'm going to bed down in the middle of everybody else just so that their natural tendency to want to keep their distance from normal people will avoid them trying to crawl into the sleeping bedroll with me.
Nice. The morning comes. Snow is picked up a little bit, just like a light dusting overnight. Not necessarily, not even flurry. It's just like a little bit of scattered snow here and there. It feels peaceful except for the constant chattering of animals. What are we doing today? Gumbo still like, let's go, let's go, let's go.
I wish we could find out why Gumbo wanted so bad to go somewhere.
Yes, you should keep following Gumbo.
Mama's gonna take out a piece of fabric she has, and she's got a very crude fabric map that she has with her. Doesn't have any names on it. It's just little pieces of thread that have been, sewn through in different places, and she's going to add a new spot on the map, just trying to give herself some references.
Nice. So continuing north or something else?
North.
Good. Cool. Yeah, following Gumbo's lead through the city. um, after you get past the airfield, it goes back to busted buildings and everything. In fact, the towers seem to get a little higher and feel more almost like an industrial neighborhood. Um, Not that there's more like warehousey, tall warehousey type buildings. Um, they are like you can see like the sides of the buildings have collapsed open and the floors have all broken down. Um, and anything that's in there has been picked over pretty thoroughly. It's like there's almost like sheets of concrete on top of each other at the lower part of the building. And Gumbo, you've caught up to. You assume it's the robot that you had been following, because there are others there, and the smell hits you before anything else. It is definitely the smell of uh, boiling flesh. There are a few dozen of these disposables, these robos, that have gathered around some large pots or barrels or something of some kind, outside of one of the warehouses that have fires going underneath them. And they are, some of them are stirring, and some of them are dumping these animal carcasses into them. There's like a series of them. They put new ones in here. They take stuff out and over here. And at the end, there are a couple of the robots that are pulling the out of the rendered corpses, and are taking like what do you call small cans, small barrel of fat for somewhere else, and they're just like doing their process. Gumbo runs up to one of them and kind of like waves its legs a little bit. One of the robots stops and reaches out and takes the food that you put on it and drops it into one of the pots for rendering. They don't take very much note of you. Like they are like, humans are here. Okay, great. And continue on with their work. How do y'all react to that?
I hope we weren't just helping him deliver a snack.
Who are they rendering all this for?
Well, first, there for two reasons. First off, this is probably what they make the candles out of. And why are they putting up all the candles? Perhaps because the candles mimic the lights that used to be in the buildings, which they were tasked to keep lit. And now that the whatever lit those lamps isn't there anymore, they do the best they can. That's my guess. But in general, they're working for people that aren't here anymore, and which will never come back.
The other thing of note here, although the buildings generally don't have great sight lines, so it's hard to tell what is where. To the northeast, you are able to see strands going up, for cables that reach from the ground into the sky. A few hours travel from here. Probably the elevator the birds were talking about.
Probably the elevator. Yeah.
But you're still in the city. If you're getting to the northwestern edge of the city, so you could get back into the weeds if you wanted to go that way. There's still some city to the north and to the east if you want to continue traveling there. You can. Oh, we need to spend are down to 0 provisions now.
We need to hunt.
Scavenging might be good.
Yep.
But yeah, would someone like to do that or keep moving?
Why don't we go gather supplies outside the city? I don't want to disturb the fragile ecology here, which includes us being fragile. Maybe we can go check out those cables going up into the sky.
Interesting.
I'm curious, seeing these cables myself, and we do indeed require additional provisions. This is a good course of action.
So, tell me what your plan is again.
Well, so the question is, we know the elevator is to the northeast.
East.
In going to the elevator, will we be crossing open country, or is it all in city?
It's all in the city.
Okay.
Yeah. The weeds are to the northwest.
Okay. So does the elevator look like it's in the city or outside the city?
In the city, for sure.
It's in the city. So maybe we should go out into the weeds to scavenge and then come back like the next day or something.
Yeah, you can definitely do that if you want. Does that sound good to everyone?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, so W13. So back into the weeds. Leaving Rustbucket. Where are we here? The weeds section here. Great. Yeah, so the city kind of it doesn't end abruptly. There are still buildings. It's the border is not sharp. The city's overgrown, and the farmland that the weeds have overtaken is also overgrown with the same things, and buildings have been built out here where there is no city proper streetwise. They are further apart and are more in the style that you are used to down here, like the sort of like rounded plasteel types. And as you head out this way, starting to look around, do you want to let's do a scavenging roll first before we describe this, just to kind of get a lay of what we have. Who wants to do you want provisions and food, or I assume you want at least provisions, right?
And we do 2 provisions rolls?
No, it has to be one of the other ones. Cool. Who wants to roll for that?
I mean, I did it the last time, so.
Tears, why don't you go ahead and roll 2d10 for
Okay.
us?
Yeah, I was gonna give it to Mama, but that makes sense if you've already done it. Sorry, what am I rolling?
2d10s.
2d10s for.
It has nothing to do with our skills, so it doesn't really matter who does it.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Okay. 3 and a 1.
So you get 2 provisions, and you are able to hunt down a prairie turkin, half chicken, half turkey, which gives you 2 servings of food for yourself there. Your provisions back up to 2, and you got some rotisserie for yourself, or whoever wants. Great. So as you're scoping around for provisions and all that stuff, one of the buildings you come across here in the weed section, kind of like the warehouse that you just came from, one of the walls of it is collapsed and exposing the inside to the wilds. This is a multi-story library, it looks like. As you're scouting around for provisions, you can definitely poke in here, and there are thousands of books made out of this plastic paper kind of look. When you approach, a farmerling question mark kind of like runs up to the edge of the collapsed part of the building, and what do they do? Let me see. And just like waves like, hello, hello, please stay back, this is important. There's nothing of value for you here.
I have you know that I am able to read.
Of course. These are in very particular order, though, and I'd really appreciate if there's nothing of value in here for you. Please just leave the books alone.
Well, but what if we want to read something?
Well, I'll where do you live? I can send a messenger with a catalog and have a book sent to you. But right now, I'm busy organizing these.
How long you been doing that?
I mean, this is my job. So a while. It's hard to do. But
This is your job.
Building.
Whose books are they?
I mean, they're mine.
By virtue of what?
By virtue of owning them.
So you built this building with these books here?
What are you getting at?
Did you printed these books?
Are you trying to take ownership of this library?
I can point to something and say I own it, but that doesn't. I'm asking you what your basis is.
I'm asking you what your basis is for even asking me that question. I'm a librarian.
Sorry,
What are you?
My basis for asking a question is that I have a brain, and it is given to all of the creatures in creation to ask questions where necessary in order to better understand the world. That is my basis.
In my experience, libraries are for other people to come and read the books in them.
No,
And yet
exactly. See, this person knows exactly what they're talking about.
You seem very opposed to us reading.
Sorry,
the books.
but
not at all.
A collection of books, isn't a library.
I think Tears brings a book up to the person and is like, "I'd like to check this one out."
Have you ever? Do you know what a
Some new
library is?
patterns for cross stitch.
You please. I'm gonna look.
Do you have late penalties?
This is late penalties for what?
What are you talking
about?
What are you talking about?
If I turn this book in late,
what is a late penalty? What is a late penalty?
Do you read?
What does that mean?
Look,
are you a requirement?
Are you interested in these books? Are you interested?
These ones has good pictures.
Of course.
Tears?
Look, there's a lot of work to be done.
I could read if I wanted. I just haven't had the chance to learn.
You haven't learned to read? Would you like to learn?
More than anything.
And all you have to do.
He just lights up when you say that. Well, in that case, would you like to help me organize the library?
Yeah, sure. If that's going to help me read.
Okay, well, I guess we'll be seeing you.
And your friends are welcome to borrow books when the job is done, but it might take a few days at least.
Okay.
In the meantime, you are, as long as nobody touches the books, you're.
I'm sorry. When did you find these books?
Recently.
And then so suddenly they're yours, huh?
I'm a librarian. Of course they're mine.
I'm sorry. I'm a scavenger, but not everything I can pick up and put in my pocket is mine.
Oh, where? I'm
a magician, but not every piece of chalk that I encounter is mine.
Did you manufacture all of that plasteel that I see on your back swabs?
No,
So you stole it. That's what you're trying to say that I did. I stole these books. I
I
stole
didn't
this
say.
building by
I'm
running
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. Did you steal them? You're
No,
the
I'm
first one to
organizing.
use. You're the first one to use that word.
I am providing a service to the community.
What community? I say, looking around.
Well, let's start you for starters. If I can get
We're
back to my work.
we're we're passing through.
Well,
We're not exactly
don't you think
settlers
a
here.
library for passers through is a wonderful thing?
No, I don't. I think it's perfectly useless.
Well, your friend here disagrees with you. Please come up here. I'll show you my organization.
I'm going to. I pick up a book.
But please, what's your name, friend?
I go by Stormy.
No, my friend who's helping me.
The little one, that's Gumbo.
No, you, the one who's talking.
I don't know that we're friends yet.
Oh, I thought you were helping.
Oh, but we could be. It's not that we're not gonna be. It's just kind of early to tell.
We'll be friends when we're done.
I whisper quietly to Mama and Rook. I said, "This one takes the cake."
I don't know.
I know. I know.
Seems
It's.
to
I know.
make
It's.
sense to me.
You're just trying to get my gut. You're just trying to pull my leg again.
No, think about it this way. You like doing action and adventure and stuff, and
If
this
they wanted,
person
if
here,
they, yeah, but the library here won't have any patrons.
but this is
I-
where the books are. That's
Well, then the logical thing to do would be to try and take books to where there are people who might be able to patronize them if you desire to make a library.
except
Making a
that
library
most
out in the middle of no place is like putting up a sign that says, I don't know, bugs
I think
kill
these,
$5 when nobody wants to kill a bug.
well, but see,
It's also a little bit mad to assert that everything belongs to you because even though you cannot defend it or carry it off with yourself. I mean,
I've seen a lot of cloud people who think that everything is theirs and they can't carry much.
no, but they can command people who can injure you if you try to disabuse them of what they believe in. So that is there's a certain respect that has to be paid to that, unfortunately.
Well,
As you're talking, the wind picks up a little bit.
Yeah.
And some of the books are like blown off the side, like out of the building. And the librarian is beside themselves. And runs up to tears, is like, excuse me, can you hold on to me?
Sure.
I just need your help for a moment. Just hang on tight, please.
Okay.
And the librarian fishes around and takes out a few pieces of chalk and presses them into the ground.
I watch.
And says a few words that Stormy does definitely recognize as magical. And all the books that have kind of fluttered away just fall directly to the ground and stay there.
so Mama's going to walk over and see if she can pick up these books.
You cannot. They're stuck to the ground.
Okay.
And
is there a tie? Is this person tied to the books mystically?
No, but they are holding onto tears and they are beginning to float upwards. And they say, please help me back inside.
So Mama will go and help too. Mama will come around to the backside and will drag the librarian back into the library.
Yeah.
And they gently and deftly kind of do a little somersault and land on the ceiling. And kind of like brush themselves off a little bit. I'm sorry, I just have to do that every few days.
After wouldn't the books be better in enclosed building.
Yes, that's why I need to repair the library. If you'd like to help, I can help you as well. You
Wouldn't it
say,
make
did you say
wouldn't it
you were a
make more?
magician?
Yes, of course. Can't you tell?
Do you know how to do this?
Make books heavier? No, I have other magics.
Would you like to learn?
Yes,
I'd be
actually, I would.
willing to trade for trade.
What would you want to trade for? We
You
don't
help
have any
me
books.
repair and organize the library, and I teach you how to send things to the ground. The rest of you
Deal.
are welcome to help or leave or stay.
That's a decent trade. If you don't mind, I'd like to look over your books.
Well, if you're going to help organizing them, you'll have to look over them.
Sure.
How do Rook, Naeus, and the rest of y'all feel about hanging out at the library for a little while?
Mama will turn to Rook and say, Lord Rook, how would you mind grieving while we reassemble this library for this very fine person?
It has been some time since I've indulged in poetry. I would very
Maybe you can start
Open
teaching.
mic.
Maybe you can start teaching Tears how to read,
Of course.
Found tasks often are
or I'll do it.
monumentally better and shorter with many more hands.
I didn't know you wanted to learn how to read, Tears. That would have helped too.
I didn't know either.
Well, you haven't
Mama's
encountered a
threatened
whole lot of books.
before.
You probably haven't encountered a lot of books.
I've tried to
No.
explain, dear, that reading is helpful.
Reading's
didn't
only
see
helpful
that.
if you have something to read, Mama.
Well, you're all in luck. There's plenty to read here.
Most folks don't.
So if the group would like to help fix up the library,
Yeah, I'm
we
willing.
will let that time pass.
I'm still
as
gonna
it
point. What's your name?
Oh, my name
Hello?
is I'm sorry, I am Jel, the librarian.
You're Jill. Well, hello, Jill. Were you a librarian before you found these books?
Of course. It took quite some effort to get here. I'm happy to tell you
You heard of someone told you about these and you came out looking for them.
Yes, it is quite treacherous out here, and
it certainly is. I'm impressed that you've gotten this far.
well, it
But
looks like some of
wouldn't-
you will be helpful.
My name's
looks like some of you will be
I go by Stormy.
Stormy. Nice to meet you all. Some of you can help me repair the building. Some of you can keep watch. Some of you, I can help you read. I can teach you things. We have so much work to do, though. But first, a good night's sleep, and I have some food. I'm happy to share it with you as well.
Oh, that's delightful. But we need to do our own foraging. I'm sure we don't want to tax your resources too badly.
It's no trouble at all.
So some of us will need to do that anyway, right, Mama?
Yep. We'll work together. We'll put together a little library community. And then now I have a question, Jill. Do you want, after we're done, do you want us to try to get you patrons and matrons?
Oh, I'll send out a courier with word. But yes, any help that you could provide would be wonderful.
We have some
books my
couriers.
color.
Your patrons are going to have to be dedicated folks.
No, maybe I could set up some system with the couriers. We'll figure it out after the building's repaired. I can't live on this ceiling.
No.
Put all the red books together.
Well, hopefully they'll all be read eventually, but I'm not sure how you track that.
No. Help. Why don't you go hunting?
Let's stop this scene here. We will say that you are able to rest here tonight. And since you're resting with someone that you don't know in a safe place, when you take your stress away, you can take extra stress away, 2 extra stress, and any stress that you take away, you can convert to points of abilities or saves. So if you heal up 2 points of stress, you can add 2 points to one of your things or across your things.
Where do we add our points to this?
Oh yes, boop, there we go, to the green there.
There we go.
I wish I had some stress. I need to start pointing my gun at more people.
Yeah.
You can point it at yourself. That'll give you 2 stress.
Oh, I like this. Game the system.
Yeah.
Awesome, and we'll leave it there with the work on the library going forward, and come
What
back.
about damage or wounds?
Um, Wounds are probably going to stay.
Yep.
Let's so work on the library is going to take a week. So let's say that over the course of that week, your damage will heal.
Okay.
Baby.
Cool. And in fact, you know what? Since y'all don't have a super amount of stress, let's convert that damage to skill points too. So you can add whatever damage you heal up to your abilities or saves. That number.
Okay.
Get y'all some.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Uh,
Instead of getting stressed, we get.
So whatever damage you take off, so it looks like you have 2 damage. So you can take off that 2 damage and then add 2 points to either
just
your
damage and
ability
stress.
or save. So the blue or the green there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I'm the only person with stress because I
Yeah.
did rest the other night while I was scavenging.
Staying up all night scavenging.
Cool. And we'll leave on the scene of library repairs happening. Awesome. And some learning. Here's you will learn to read.
Yes.
Stormy, you will learn the spell Send to Earth, and I'll send you the description of that spell. Here, where is it? There it is. I'll just paste that in chat for now.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I think that will do us for this evening. So let's go ahead and run some stars and wishes. Let's go right to left this time. So we'll start with Nick.
Yeah, stars all around. Nice to play a full episode. Yeah, and stars for I feel like all the characters are like we're starting to know who they are. Big stars for Neos hopping in and then rolling with tears automatically attacking them. With times. Yeah, and then wishes for I think I just wish to explore more.
Awesome.
I think there's a lot of fun things to look around at.
There's a lot to explore. Thank you. Teal.
Yeah, stars all around. It's definitely very interesting, bouncing off different personalities. And I would also say stars to you, Mark, for being open to us sort of adding details to the environment.
Yeah.
And then
Nice
as
word for
far
me.
yeah, right. As far as wishes go, I will say that this library thing is actually so the library thing is more interesting to me than just randomly wandering around waiting to die.
Mhm.
Because I've seen the game system, it's dangerous. And like
That's so true.
having something to do that has purpose is enjoyable. Just like Mama wants to figure out how to get back and maybe set up a thopter shop, like or build it. Like, how do I find people to build a thopter out here?
Mhm.
Because I don't want to drag all the junk back to whatever. So I guess my wish is, besides still wanting to explore mystical, effects and the slip and stuff like that, but my wish is maybe we can at least contemplate the idea of creating a base out here, and maybe someday we can drag somebody to build us a thopter, and then we can travel around even better.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's source chalk too, but absolutely.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, I have stars for Tears and Neus and their interactions, especially right off the bat. I thought that was great, and how it perpetuated throughout the session. That was really enjoyable. Stars for the Stormy becoming a bird. That was very evocative and great fun. And stars for Mark for playing that bird. That was great. The bird was hysterical. I liked their like frankness about the ways of nature and life and death. It was fun. The stars for Mama divulging her history to Rook and then showing him how to make his blankets. That was great. It was very tender. And then also star for what sounded like, or what I think you had described as the block text, which they described as the robots walking around as walking cathedrals. That was very evocative. That was really cool.
Awesome. Thank you. Brandon. Brandon, you're up next.
Yeah. People have mentioned most of the things. I really liked the whole interaction with the birds. I liked the suspicious cell swords because, of course, there are people who follow other people around and then take whatever it is that they found. It makes perfect sense. I perversely I like the library too. It's lunatic, right? To have a library out here in the wastelands, and yet there are people like that. And Stormy is generally of a mind to treat fools gently, because there are enough terrible people in the world that we don't need to be one of them, right? This man's folly doesn't hurt us any. So I really like that too. I liked Ma's response to calling herself feeble and being called on it. It's like, gonna start limping here. It's okay. That was hilarious. As far as wishes go, I don't have any in particular. There was a note in which I've tried to bring into Stormy's roleplay, which is that casting magic in this system is nuts.
Yeah.
Because you do kill yourself after a relatively short period of time.
Yeah, it is stressful.
Because every miss ages you by a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, who are they? Who are they? Why are there any magicians? It's like, I, with my modest heart skill I have, that means 3/4 of the time I'm going to age a year just by wanting to speak to birds. And It's like, that seems like a pretty wretched payoff, risk rewards thing. But,
worth it.
Well, and I mean, it was fun role play, that's for sure. I was just thinking, stepping back, and it's like, who's going to be a magician?
Yeah.
Some
spells take off way more than a year.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is the magicians. There aren't any old magicians because they all retire after like a few months of casting spells if they have the chalk. Anyway, so that's I don't have any other wishes. Thanks.
Awesome, thank you. And Heath.
Yeah, stars for not dying in the first episode. Yeah, again. Lasted a whole episode. And then stars for like everybody, in addition to being a new character. Obviously, it was only my second game of this ever, with a 3-week break in between. So it was like finding my feet with a new character, finding my feet, trying to remember how to play. And everybody I did a really great job of like just helping incorporate me and bring me in, and had obviously, like, I know at some point Teal had obviously like looked at my character sheet and brought so it was all like super helpful just to get me going. And Mark as well, as always good with juggling everybody and being like, you haven't done anything in a while, what are you doing? Like, it's real easy when you're going, oh, who am I? How do I play? What's going on? To just not do anything.
Yep.
But it was fun. It was fun. And I had fun. I always enjoy, like, I don't generally I don't come in with a really strong preconception about who my character is, because it's kind of fun for me to discover who they are as we play. So a lot of times when, like, in game, Mark would ask questions about, like, oh, are you from here, or you do that, and I'm like, I make it up on the spot. I didn't have like a history in mind already. I was like, oh, I guess I'm an orphan because I just said that now. And I guess so it's fun to create, because it's almost like, seeing it created for you as well. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know I was going to be that guy. So yeah, just thanks to everybody for making it easy to jump in and play. And of course, I loved Nick immediately putting me to the test. It was a great way to start and be like, okay, cool. We already got some dynamics here, and now we're already establishing some things, and it's always fun as well. It's just, when you're playing with a group, it feels like all our characters are generally like coming from a good place, which helps in this system as well. Because I mean,
Yeah.
not that I've played, but I know that I just know from what Mark says, like, if I remember, like, every time you have if you draw your weapon, it stresses you out. Someone points a weapon at you, it stresses out. So it's like, obviously it's
yeah.
yeah, not a game where you're supposed to solve everything with combat. So which is great for me, the way I like to play. But so yeah, just thanks to everybody. It was fun. I'll be out again next week, but then after that, I should be pretty regular again.
Do you have any wishes going forward?
Just more discovery of maybe becoming a little more of a force of my own, and just a little less of like, I'm just gonna go with whatever because I'm figuring it out and I'm the new guy. So just becoming a more established character in my own right, and being a part of the group as opposed to just following whatever the group wants to do, because I ain't got any better ideas.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, had a great time. Again, came in with no plan, and it's really fun just to follow around and see what happens. So cool. Anything else before we shut it down? Cool. Say goodbye to everyone.